Alright, this is Croven here, possibly with T-Days. He may still be having some audio issues. For this match we have Nebula Rasa versus the Interstellar Alcohol Conglomerate. Nebula Rasa has brought an Abaddon, a Tempest, an Astarte, a Guardian, 2 Rooks, a Catalyst, and an Enyo. And apparently T isn't with me yet, so IAC has brought a Sin, 2 Megathrons, a Drake, a Basilisk, a Rook, and 2 Jaguars. A little bit of a... this is the first Sin we've seen. We've seen a couple of the other... we've seen a couple of Widows, and I think 1 Redeemer. But this is the first of the Galenti Black Ops that we've seen so far in the tournament. And it'll be interesting to see how it fares. Not sure how it's going to play out, given its largely damage and agility-oriented bonuses. We have the 1-minute warning in local, and we'll see. Maybe T-Days has rejoined me. T, can you speak yet? Okay, evidently not. I think they're trying to sort it out so that you'll have somebody other than just me helping or commenting on this match. Also interesting to note that the IAC team brought 3 Galenti battleships and a Basilisk, so I hope to God they're not shield tanked, or I'll cry a little on the inside. But it could be that Basilisk is there primarily to keep the Drake and the Rook alive. Okay, we had the 10-second countdown and then an immediate cancellation of the 10-second countdown. So, be staying with you for just a little bit longer while we wait for the match to start and get some of the remaining technical issues sorted out from our brief downtime there. Hopefully get you rolling very soon. Okay, now we have the real 10-second countdown, and we will be starting very shortly. And 5 seconds, and we are just about ready to go here. The battleships, most of the battleships are in at 0. The Sin for IAC is a bit further out, as well as the Basilisk. And we have, IAC has dropped a lot of heavy shield maintenance bots, and I am very, very concerned right now. The first Megathron for IAC now taking shield damage and is repping shield damage. Meanwhile, the only damage for Nebula Rasa is being taken by their Catalyst. As I'm looking a little bit closer here, yes, that Megathron has shield hardeners on. So even if they win, IAC fails for shield tanking the Megathrons. The Rook now for Nebula Rasa lost all of its shields very quickly. He's starting to take a little bit of armor damage, which is being pulled back, presumably by that Guardian. He's almost assuredly plated. Now that Catalyst was continuing to take a little bit of damage and has gone down. Now the Enyo for Nebula Rasa taking armor damage. He's down to about 50% armor. Meanwhile, that Megathron's still holding. He's actually holding very near the top end of his shield. Lots of shield bots, as well as the shield transfers from the Basilisk on him. And even with the Tempest, the Astarte, and the Abaddon at point-blank range, they just cannot put a dent into him. As we're just about to lose that Enyo, the Rook now 25% armor. He is not going to last much longer here. The Enyo's down, the Rook's still in quite a bit of trouble. And now we're seeing, now the Guardian is still holding that Rook in there. No, and he's gone. The Rook has gone down for the Nebula Rasa team. So already IAC has put a bit of a dent onto the Nebula Rasa side of things. The second Rook now of Trevor McLean out of shields, taking armor damage. No visible damage on any members of the IAC fleet as the second Rook goes down for Nebula Rasa, leaving them with an Abaddon, a Tempest, an Astarte, and a Guardian versus the Sin, 2 Megathrons, Drake, Basilisk, Rook, and 2 Jaguars. Now the Guardian of Nebula Rasa, the target of IAC's aggression, he's already down to about 2/3 armor, and despite my trepidation about the shield tanking Megathrons, and despite the fact that I now hate IAC forever for it, it looks like they're going to pull it out here, as the Guardian now down to 1/3 armor. And now he's just about to hit structure, and we're going to go ahead and let T, see if T maybe has rejoined us.
Hello, I've hoped to rejoin.
Oh, thank you. I was out of breath. The Tempest now for Nebula Rasa, quickly running out of shields. Still no visible damage on IAC. I don't know if you've been able to watch this or if you've been having to try to get yourself sorted out on audio, but these shield tanking Galente ships are taking it to the Nebula Rasa team quite handily.
Yeah, I've been watching the match. Certainly the Tempest now for Rasa is rapidly falling to pieces, which being with Matarik probably started off that way. Shield tanking, Galente shield tanking ships, not renowned for it, but they seem to be making it work.
It is a bit old school. Now that Tempest is just about to... Yep, down goes the Tempest. So just an Abaddon and an Astarte remaining against the entirety of the IAC team, and this is just... I don't know who I'm more upset at, IAC for bringing shield tanking Megathrons or Rasa for losing to them.
Yeah, they certainly needed to do a lot of damage because obviously both teams had no points from the previous match. They now have what looks like a flawless victory for IAC if they can carry on with this. There's absolutely no scratches even on any of the IAC team at the moment. Nebula have not been able to put any damage whatsoever down.
Yeah, and it's surprising because they had, and now that Abaddon going down very quickly, he's now down to about 15% armor. They brought high damage ships, the Tempest, the Abaddon, the Astarte, all capable of quite a bit of damage. Can't help but wonder if maybe they were tracking disrupted, jammed out by the Rook, and that Abaddon running out of armor, just about to start bleeding into structure.
It's certainly the... I don't see any E-War effects off any of these ships at the moment. Some target painting going on, but the Abaddon has now fallen to pieces for Rasa, and they've already started on the Astarte. He's already lost his shields. Yeah, this is going to be a complete fail for Rasa, unfortunately, and a complete win for shield tanking.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, shield tanking on Galente, and that Astarte going down very quickly, already through his armor, through his structure, and down he goes. So we have a flawless victory for the shield tanking Galente battleship setup of IAC, and I am speechless. So with that, we better hand it back to Soundwave.